What up, guys? I don't actually play Kitana, but guess who does? My wife. So the pressure is on for me to figure out how this character works so you can figure out what you're doing in the invasions. But even if you're not married to me, there's still a lot you can learn about Kitana here. This is going to be a pretty beginner-friendly guide, if you will. So if you're a beginner that wants to learn some juice with Kitana, strap in your seatbelt. Have a seat with the seatbelt. There's some dip to your right and some soda pop to your left. Get comfortable. We're going to get nasty.
Hi, I'm SoCal Honey Badger, and that was my intro.
Alright, so Kitana in Mortal Kombat is a zoner in a traditional sense. When I say traditional sense, I mean traditional to Mortal Kombat. Alright, now usually you think a zoner is a character that kind of runs away and puts stuff on the screen and controls space. And yes, you do that in Mortal Kombat. But Mortal Kombat's actually a very much more aggressive game than most fighting games. And so zoning is actually a very aggressive style in Mortal Kombat. It caters to the kind of player that wants to do a whole lot all the time. The way a zoner works in Mortal Kombat is you rush in, okay, you get a combo, right? You land big damage, get a life lead, and then run the hell away, right? You just run away, and then you do the traditional zoner thing of filling the screen with projectiles, right? So you just do big old combo, right? What's the launch on that? Okay, hold on, it's 2-1, yeah, 2-1, whatever. You do the big combo, you get your damage, and then you run. This is why Kitana is always called the combo queen, right? In Mortal Kombat, the zoner is the combo queen. It's kind of backwards for a lot of fighting games to think about, but that's how Kitana has always worked. Get in, get a big combo for big damage, and then run out the clock. And then hopefully time runs out and you just win. But if time doesn't run out, usually she can kill with another touch anyways. That's the basics of Kitana in Mortal Kombat, and she operates very, very much the same in MK1. Alright, so one of the ways that Kitana has to start her offense that she usually doesn't have, but does have in this game, and this is what makes her cheap, is she's got good mids. Usually Kitana has to fish for her damage with really, really bad mids, a bunch of highs, occasionally a good low or an overhead. But she's had to have a hard fight fishing for down ones to go into her highs. In this game, she doesn't have to. Oh yeah, she still has down one to fish for highs, but that's more of a universal thing that everybody does in MK as of MK11. Alright, that's not really a Kitana thing. So what they've done is they've thrown her a bone and they've given her two mids. They've given her back one, or forward one, and they've given her back two. You can see that I have Natara set to down one poke on a reversal, but back two goes into four, alright, and forward one goes into two. Not a lot of hit confirming you can do off of that. Okay, back 2-4, you can hit confirm and do an assist and launch from there and all of that. There's gaps. We'll get into those. But what I'm saying is the mids are important because they force a block. All right? Kitana always had a problem with people mashing on her. And you don't have that problem anymore. If they're trying to mash on her, you can sit there and get some frame advantage or frame trap them and then go for a mid and blow them up, and it stops them from mashing, it stops them from neutral ducking, and it forces them to block. And then you can go for your pressure, or you can go for a grab. All you're looking for is one touch anyways. This is how Kitana works. And that touch you're trying to find is usually from her like basics high string combo starter. So for Kitana it would be the 2-4 string, and then you go into something like that, right? Call the assist. Something like that. That's what you're fishing for, but that's a high. So you got to get him to stop neutral ducking to blow that up with uppercuts and micro ducks and down ones. Use the mids to do that. Once they start blocking, then you can go for the highs, mix in some grabs, and fish for combos. Once you get that combo, then you run away and zone. One other thing that makes Kitana cheap in this game, because she never used to have pressure with mids, now she does, is she never really used to have pressure with frame traps. Kitana never really had a lot of plus frames. But with the Kameo system, as you can see, I have teamed her up with Goro. He's a big, nasty monster lizard person. A lot of people haven't really been exploring Kitana Goro, but I think that this team is actually really, really stupidly, bustedly cheap. Because Goro allows Kitana to do things that she shouldn't be allowed to do, and that makes her way more cheap. But most people that play Kitana are like, I want to play as a pretty lady, and I want to do lady things. So they pick Kitana, and they team her up with like another pretty girl like Sonya or Serena, and they don't even give the monster a chance. Okay? Kitanas. Give the monster a chance. Goro makes you better. What he does with this thing, let's look at some frame data. I know, it sucks. But this is 54 plus on block. That's like a whole second, okay? Do you understand? If they block this move, bam, they can't do nothing for a second. Here, do it again. Here, block that, don't fucking press. You gotta hold that, right? You see how her move didn't even come out, right? Her move doesn't even come out until, like, I feel like, you know? So you start pressuring, right? You can do that. Okay, you're gonna press there. Fuck you. Don't. Okay, well, I told you wrong, but, you know, we'll do this. We'll do this string, right? You can sit there. You can do this. Do a backdash, right? Do that. Backdash, blow up the poke. That sort of thing. The threat of Goro extending your pressure is always there. There are some timing issues. You're going to have to fill in those gaps. Again, I'm not a Kitana main, but you use Goro to fill in those gaps. They never get to press, and then you can just go and fish for a combo or a grab, and once you're comfortable with your life lead, you could dip out. And you just call this out, and there's nothing they could do. If they block that, they have to wait a whole second before they can do anything else. And in that second, you're just like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna blow up your poke. Yeah, you don't get to press buttons. Yeah, you wanna press buttons? Yeah, I don't think so. Stop pressing buttons. Let me grab you, okay? Let me grab you. Oh, you wanna do something? Here, let me call in this Goro, right? Let me call in this Goro. Yeah, you don't get to press buttons. Here, do the Goro. Okay, yeah, let me do that. Oh, that's a bad part. Here, let me do the Goro there. Okay, hold on, do the Goro. Here, do the Goro with the beat, right? Bam, okay? Bam, we do a combo. And Goro just extends her pressure on top of extends her pressure. And it becomes very scary because a couple of loops of like this kind of crap, and then we go right back into it, right? What's that string, right? It's like this, right? You throw Goro at the end of that, right? Bam, like, yo, you could just go right back into that string and get a whole nother repetition of that. It's dirty. It's dirty, and you're sneaking in grabs all the while. They can't press, and they're like, I'm supposed to be getting zoned. But you're not zoning. You're looking for damage. Once you get a significant life lead, then it's time to dip out. But when we get that damage, we still have Goro, right? Let's turn off the blocking. Let's turn off the blocking. Let's just get a launch. Let me show you, man. Just throw that out there, right? Boom, boom, and then you can do this, right? Right, we'll get you up in there. Boom. Right, he extends your combos. Get a little bit more creative with your combos. But you throw Goro in there, and you can aim him up close. You can aim him in the middle. And you can aim him far away. There might even be one more direction. No, just close, medium, and far. Right? Close, medium, and far. Wherever your combo throws them, just say, oh, look, he's far. Up in R1. Oh, look, now I have to throw in another hit. And then just keep my combo going. Goro's easy mode for Kitana combos. As long as you get a launch and you aim him close, medium, or far, he launches him back up and you get a full like extension of whatever you were wanting to do again, right? You just add an extra hit or 50. And the cooldown on this is pretty quick, so you could actually like get this out in like, you know, a couple of different, like, you could have that combo 2 times in a combo. I've seen it, man. People use that thing twice with other characters. So if you get really creative with your combos, and this game caters to like the artsy type, because it really opens up the creativity. You're like, I can throw this into this into this. This is why I don't want to do combo guides, man. I really want to encourage you guys to feel free to just jump in practice mode, throw a bunch of dumb things on screen and say, hey, that works. That's why in my last guide I was like, just look for 300 damage. If you could figure out a combo that does 300 damage, then you're good to go. But go in there and just feel free to experiment and have fun. Don't look at combo guides, man. Don't go on YouTube and figure out someone else's combo, because maybe they're not working with your Kameo, right? But Goro works with Kitana so easily, because if you're not in a combo and they're blocking, he gives you a whole second to do something else, right? And then if they are in a combo, the very same move lets you extend your combo. Let's move on to Goro's other move, right? He's got punch walk here, right? And this move, okay? Look at that. Look at that, okay? Look at how far that is. As soon as you get your life lead, let's just set her to block all again, right? We'll turn off the reversal, okay? This is a move you can throw in at the end of your string. So she's just going to block everything. Oh, let me just, come on. Why is she not blocking everything? Block mode all. Yeah. Block it. Why is she set to, like, let me just, yeah. Movement, stand, block, all, reversal, none. Okay? No reversal. Here, we'll put her at stance hold. I'll keep her standing. Right? You got your string, right? You throw this in there. Hold on. There we go. You see that pushback? Okay, we were in the corner, so you can't really see it. What is that string standing for? Or standing 2, 4, 1, 2. And then, right, so you go, bam. And then you can cancel in the Goro. Right, cancel in the Goro, there you go. You see how it pushes you back, and like you can kind of like readjust yourself, maybe move back and go for some zoning, go back and go for a fan or what have you. But you could just throw that in all of her strings, right? And this gets them off of you, gets them out of your way. And it's not that negative, right? You could still get punished for it if you're stupid about throwing it out there. It's -6. Actually, no, you can't get punished for that. So if you need some space and you need breathing room, you throw out the punch block. Punch walk just resets your distance, gives you some room to breathe, gets them off of you. You do have to like make contact, but you could easily, like I said, just do a quick jab, bam, here comes Goro, get away from me. Jab, right, coming in, let me do this, boom, and I'm out of here. Okay, that's not the one we wanted to do, right? And then I'm gonna back up and throw some fans, and you just gotta hold that. So he gets people off of you. The other thing Goro has is he's got this move. This move, okay, let me put her into stance hold, but we're going to make her duck. So one of the things that Kitana always struggled with in the past is that she can't really force you, she can't really force a mix-up. And in this game, mix-ups aren't really like, they're not really baked into the character. You use your Kameo to get a mix-up. But this means the characters that didn't have mix-ups now have mix-ups. And what's interesting about this mix-up is it's not really a high-low mix-up. This is a block versus grab mix-up. This move is a low grab, right? So if they're blocking low, he gets it, you get a combo, right? Bam! Launch him in the air, you get a combo. You could throw this in your strings. And what did I say about the mid, right? The mid, right? The mid forces the block, throw out Goro. Now there is a weakness. They do have to stand block, but if they stand block, remember, you look at your command list and you see all these highs, right? Look, this is plus on block, but it ends in a high. So how do I get this frame trap with this high? If they're just going to block low or they're going to try to neutral duck it, well, this forces, right? You use the mids to force them to block. You use this grab to force them to stand block. Then you can do the frame traps and start your pressure all over again. If they try to block low, it's combo wombo time, and that's exactly what you're looking for. You just need one combo for big damage, and then you get a life lead and you run and you chillax, right? Zoners and MK are very, very aggressive at the start, but then after you get that life lead, once it's chillax time, It's chillax time. You chill back, you throw some fans, then they get back inside, and it's like, all right, man, I'll just do the same thing that I did earlier. I'm going to do it again. Right? Yeah. This Goro Kitana mix, I'm telling you guys, this is the build you want with Kitana. I've seen it in action. I've fought him online, and I've been made a believer. Goro makes what Kitana normally does, which is already very strong, but it wasn't really cheap. It was just really strong and competitive. This makes it cheap because the weaknesses Kitana used to have are gone. So the Kitana you love to play is like super powered up with Goro. It's not your basic MK9 Kitana where you got really weak mids and you got a down one. Excuse me. Oi, not bad manners, just good weed. It's not your MKX Kitana where you're really just zoning and trying to fish for, you know, your fatal blow on a mix-up because she had a good low, but her only good overhead was the fatal blow in MKX. Or otherwise, she was kind of just turtling up. This allows you to be a very, very aggressive rush down pressure queen monster with your traditional zoning to fall back on. Kitana doesn't need a Kameo to make her zoning better. Her zoning is already top speed. But with a Kameo making her offense really strong, it allows her to get that first hit. And then, good luck chasing a kid. Look, man, you think you're like, oh, I'm gonna get in. Oh yeah, let me get her in the corner. And then she's just like, you know, let me get out of here. Yeah, I'm not in the corner anymore. You can't contain this character. She has always been a strong hit and run character. The weakness was if you overwhelmed her and you got a life lead, she's gonna struggle. Now that's not a problem. If you get a life lead, she's gonna take that life lead back and go right back to running away and shooting. So hopefully this helped you get some ideas as how to put your Kitana offense together. Because Kitana she's not a weak character in this game. She's like really, really good. But the flavor of the month is what? The Cyrax and the Serenas. And not a lot of people giving the big smelly monster lizard guy a chance. I'm telling you, Katanas, Goro will change your world. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, so, if you, follow YouTube enough, you know that they like to put weird stuff all over the screen for the last 30 seconds. So this is gonna fill that space. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably right there and there. All over the place right now. Yeah, go ahead and click that stuff if you want. And that's 30 seconds.